All right, what's up? Let's get organized. See what's going on. See who's here. Making sure this thing is live. All right, there we go. Went a little quick this time. What's up, everybody? What's up, Hustlebee?
What's up, everyone? We are back at our home or at our offices. uh, got back from Florida. What? When did we get back? Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
2 days in. Uh, slept like a bear. Probably slept 24 hours within the last 2 days. Really hasn't done anything much besides just shipping. But yeah, glad to be back. Caught up with everything. And today in Ohio, I finally got to turn on my AC. So it went up to like 86 degrees today. So got the air conditioning running in my apartment. So that's a good sign.
Paul says, "You sexy bear."
Yes.
Hilarious. Panda Rose in the house. What's up? Jesse, Richard, Ivan, Paul, De Martino, Adriana, Chicago. Up in here, DC, Dragon's Fire, Eduardo's here, Fabian's here, Austin Gentleman, Ryan, good to see you. We met Ryan out there in Tampa.
What's up? What's up?
Real life, Isaiah's here. Let's see. Just another seller. What's up in the house? Marlon's here. Daniel's here. I thought you were going to say something, but I cut you off.
No, you're good.
Green Granny Resale. Panda Rose says Dookie Bear. Yes, Dookie may be said quite a bit of times in this show, especially talking about eBay and the kind of changes they've been making, which are very, very low. So we're going to talk about these other platforms and what's going on. And I think, let's see, Zach's here, Hustle and Muscle. Steven from Indy here. And Richard says eBay will take a big hit. Mercari, Poshmark, OfferUp are catching up. Cross-posting is taking money from eBay. Amazon is king. So Amazon's on a whole nother level, which I'm going to mention them, but they're just like, they're super beasts at this point. They're trying to take over world domination, warlord type stuff. So that's totally different than what eBay's trying to do. Zombries, what's up? So everybody comes in. We're just making sure everybody's settled, and then we'll start. I don't think we have any any other news about meetups. I mean, DC is coming up, which is
coming up. So more likely it will be that Saturday, the weekend. We're gonna be there. It's not final yet, but we're looking at when is it gonna be, Glenn? What's the Saturday? 19th, more likely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
More likely the 19th.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. Everybody, sign up. hustlerhacks.com/East
Coast.
Right, and we'll email you guys there for more information. And Fabian Martinez says, when are you coming to San Diego? We will be there this coming fall. So we will see you soon. Hopefully, everybody that keeps saying that they want to meet us will show up in all the meetup because we'd love to meet you in person.
Yeah, we'll be there in the flesh for the meetups. And who else is here? Our listener sisters are here.
What up, sisters? I don't know. I think this is Helene. Noelle usually uses her own account, but yep. What is up, everybody? I'm excited for this live show. Talk about competition on eBay or things that we should do as sellers. What are the steps that we should do so that we don't die with the platform if in case they die?
Exactly. Well said. Aaron says Dallas in the house. Aaron also says Hustler Hacks is Kobe with the shot.
Yes, we got them Kobe shoes.
Let me see. Coming to New Jersey, Philly. We're working on that as well. Will you hit OC as well? Not sure yet.
Orange County, more likely if we hit San Diego.
Yeah, Pretty Girl Boss in the house. Real live. Let's see. I just saw Syracuse. Lots of finds here. Nice. And I think we're ready. Aaron says Brown Mamba. Yeah. On the court. Brown Mamba.
All
right, we're ready to go. We're talking about what's going on. Will eBay die if they don't change? Now, there's a lot of things that eBay has not done throughout the many years. And I think personally, I think eBay has gotten a little too comfortable, a little too
Yes.
comfy, thinking like, well, no one else is really going to compete. I mean, they're far away from the Amazon elite level. They're kind of in their own thing, but now all these other platforms are emerging, they're growing, and with eBay not changing anything, at least not really doing a lot of changes, it's like, what else is out there? And how else can I make money? And all these other ones emerging. We're going to talk about that and what you can and should probably be doing instead of, I mean, Hustlebee has talked about this, that he's gone all in on one thing. But the thing is that he's also been selling on Poshmark. It hasn't just been purely eBay. And I think it's smart to have other platforms that you're selling the same items and being, you're cross listing, get rid of items quicker, make that money that you should be making. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest takeaway from just the strategy that I've done was sort of learn and be good at one platform before jumping to the next one. Biggest mistake is you don't have any background of any platform, then you half-ass everything. And what happens is, you blame it on the platform instead of the effort that you're putting at it. So once I realized I was able to generate six figures on eBay, I said, man, I kind of have this going on my side already. Now let me just cross list this 100,000 inventory that I have to Poshmark. That means I didn't have to buy more products. It was just more of utilizing my current inventory and posting it on different platforms. That just means there's gonna be more eyes on my certain items. So yes, I totally suggest to go all in on one platform and then diversify. Figure one thing first, because a lot of times, if you notice everybody that really doesn't get to that six-figure level, they're in all platforms, but they're not killing it in any of them. So master one and then try to master another. You can't be juggling, too many platforms at once and expect that you're going to be really good at it.
At the same time, every platform has their own rules, regulations, and things. So it's also good to know what the fees look like, shipping details, labels, things like that, because everything is different. So that's the thing too. So focus on that one, then bring on another one. Now, one of the main reasons why we're talking about this, I think it was yesterday or the day before, OfferUp is now offering something totally different, which I think this is going to be huge, I think, over time as it grows. So OfferUp now offering nationwide shipping, not just local sales. I think it's going to be awesome. Now you can already do that. You can go to the app, and let me see if I can bring it up real quick. If you go to the app, you can click, instead of meet local, you can click ship to me. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yep, on the right hand corner below filter, it's not focusing.
Yeah, let me see real quick. No.
It's too bright.
There you go. A little bit. So it says ship to me. If you click on ship to me, then you can see all the items that are available, ship straight to you, just like you would buy something on eBay. So this is going to be awesome. If you haven't done it or sold on OfferUp, then now is the time to get into this and try that, because I think that's going to be awesome. Jesse, shout out to you for the super chat, $5.11. Currently emerging my eBay with Poshmark, 100 listings down, 300 to go. Been at it for 2 days, sold 2 things. Awesome, because that's what we're exactly be talking about. Poshmark and other platforms, cross-listing, getting all this stuff down. Going back to OfferUp, when did they implement this? This was only, I think it was like 2 days ago, a day or two ago. It was very, very new. But they have all of their stuff down. So we're going to talk about, all right, what about fees? What about returns? What about all this stuff? So here's what they're talking about. Here's their rules. 7.9% fee, which already beats eBay. So that already helps. So what you can do is you can offer something or list something up to 20 pounds and $500 in value. Yep. So let's say you want to list, I don't know, Jordan 11s, take your pictures, have all that, put it on there, less than 20 pounds, $500 in value, you're good to go. So when someone buys your item, then they're also going to pay for shipping. And USPS will then ship you the label, and then you can ship it out just like you would USPS, not UPS, just like you would through eBay, shipping to the same thing. So that helps there. The thing with eBay is a lot of people are still kind of confused about the shipping part. They have been for many years. Shipping rates also go up. Now, this helps big time as a seller standpoint when it comes to this. Now, me and also we were talking about, all right, well, what about returns and how would that work um, selling through OfferUp? So in this case, they tell you the following issues are covered when bought and shipped through OfferUp's program. The seller fails to ship an item. There was undisclosed damage to the item. An item is incorrect or missing. The item received is not as described, including undisclosed damage. So
So
that's what they have for the 4 things for a return.
yeah, so it's pretty much the same like any other platform. Besides, a lot of the old school platforms just have it more complicated. So hopefully, I think from what I'm looking at right now, like it's kind of like a hybrid of Poshmark and then local sales like Craigslist put into one.
Yeah.
They're making it easy for you to ship. You don't have a bunch of options. FedEx, UPS. Sometimes too many options is not good. Just put inside for example of Poshmark. You don't have an option. You have to ship USPS, which is great because they provide you the label. You use all the USPS box, and voila. So that's one of the good things with this program that they have right now. If is they're using USPS as their carrier, and that means we can get free boxes from the USPS.com website, and then we can utilize that. So I think what they're doing is just really trying to make it easy on both ends. And for the longest time, I think eBay uh, was lacking on that end. I think they've done a good job on the buyer's end, but they haven't done such a good job on the seller's end. And the crazy part about this is from what they're introducing it, it's they're not even pushing desktop version. They're just putting it out there that this is an app. This is a mobile app. So that's one of the things that's very cool about this because, from where technology has been, seems like desktop is kind of obsolete right now already.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that eBay is very desktop still. Like it's better to do it on desktop. And everybody has that. Also, everyone's kind of on the go, on the move. So mobile friendly definitely be better for that. Caroline, what happened? I'm here. So OfferUp is now offering shipping across the U.S. So now you can, pretty much sell whatever you want on there, just like you would on eBay. Someone had asked about payments
Mm-hmm.
and how that works. So let me go here. Oh, back to the returns. What isn't covered? So, so well, the first one is what isn't covered. An item doesn't fit or the buyer doesn't like it.
Mm. So buyer's remorse is out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean maybe they could pick another another issue, but that's their first one. Purchase was made in cash was another one.
Mm-hmm.
Item was prohibited by OfferUp. So I like that. I guess item doesn't fit or buyer doesn't like it. Now someone's asking about payment. Buyers how to pay to start buying from people around the country. Add a credit or debit card to your account. This will become your payment method. And then for sellers, first time you use OfferUp payments, you need to tell us where to deposit your money. To set this up in advance, add a deposit account under payments in your OfferUp account. So that just talks about your banking.
Yeah.
So it
So
takes about 5 business days from the time a transaction is complete to the time a seller is paid. So no PayPal, things like that.
yeah.
Just
So I
setting
think
up your
all of them
bank.
are does have their own payment system already. I'm not sure if there is a fee to transfer to your bank account. Is that something that they've disclosed? I know.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on here.
Right. So maybe it doesn't. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I mean I'm just looking at my offer up right now. It's pretty much kind of linked to my Facebook. Connected to your
Mhm.
Facebook. So pretty much you really don't have to put in anything. And with Facebook Pay and even Facebook Marketplace is trying to do something like this already. So man, a lot more platform that we can sell on means it's a competition for each platform that they're trying to create. So I think that's a good thing because now it will force everybody to be innovative or try to be creative on how they try to approach things. And as far as transactions and stuff like that, so for the longest time, it's always been eBay and Amazon and Poshmark, and then now you got Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and who knows what's gonna come up with the next 10 years. I've heard Gary Vee said this one time. This is just a preview. Amazon is just a preview of what's coming. There's gonna be more of that coming up. So think about it as a car manufacturer. For GMC, that's just a preview. Next thing you know, you'll have a bunch more brands coming up. So I'm excited, and I'm glad that we already started because all you gotta do is try to relearn another thing and keep relearning.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think, and well, interesting thing too is that so eBay 171 million global users
Mm-hmm.
and OfferUp 42 million in the last 12 months. So I mean, it's getting there. And same thing. I mean, Poshmark, all these. I mean, they're gonna keep growing. They're gonna keep doing their thing, especially when people keep referring them. They've had good experiences. And I've heard people made comments like, "Oh yeah, eBay. Like I used to buy stuff on there." Or eBay, isn't that where like, you know, Grandpa sells his old toys or something? Or like,
Yeah, I
I
mean
don't know. Like,
it's funny. Like so, we've traveled a lot, right? And then we've sat down in a bunch of restaurants. Conversations like, "Hey, what brings you here?" Because I always come up like, "Who haven't been to this restaurant? What can you recommend?" It's like, "Oh, you're new in town," and I always say, "What brings you here?" So we tell them what we do. We sell stuff on eBay, and I always ask them, "Do you buy on eBay, or do you even have the eBay app?" And almost 80% of them, which are on the younger demographic, says no.
yeah,
They
I
don't
think a lot of
have.
the younger people don't even have it.
Yeah, true.
And it sounds like Poshmark, but for everything. Yeah. So you can pretty much sell whatever you want. And then I think just another seller does, let's see, she asks, how does the search work? So if you put something in, like let's say I put Kobe jersey, I can filter it out by like the newest listed or what's in my location. And then that's where I can click on, the shipping part and see who else is selling the Kobe jersey that's able to ship it to me.
Yep.
So it really just depends. I really don't know about like ranking or anything like that. All of them kind of come down together.
Yeah, it feels like yeah, and but they have actually they have categories. Let me see if you filter. Let me see. Oh, I guess not. Let me see. Let me try to search Jordan here. All right, and then it pops up. So, well, I guess it's pretty much their search is pretty much on point. So I guess it just works on keyword and stuff like that. Uh, so yeah, I mean it's pretty decent. As far as I think I like it more than Poshmark as far as their main feed. It's not too what do you call that? It's not there's not a lot of kind of words. It was basically all photos, which is very very unique. It's all photos.
Yeah.
So that's all photos. There's no words on that. That's interesting. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have a price.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Yeah, just
So
all photos.
yeah, so as
When
soon
I
as you
go
click
through.
it, then it looks like a Poshmark listing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does pretty much kind of look like that. Let's talk about Poshmark now that I mean, OfferUp, I think this is something that if you're already set on eBay and you want to try something new and maybe you haven't done Poshmark yet, try OfferUp and see that's something that's going to work for you. But yes, one at a time, get used to it. If you're good on eBay, move on to another one, add another one in. It's just going to get better and better at this point. I think it's always good to have those backup plans and hopefully you can just sell quicker and move things quicker and get more money coming in. Let's talk about Poshmark a little bit. So Jesse says Posh is just so high on the sales commission. What do you think about that? What
Um,
is their sales? I don't sell. I know you do.
20%. So they do 20%.
Okay.
So in my perspective, I think it's okay because here's how I look at it. After shipping and fees on eBay, my selling cost is around 20 to 22%. So on Poshmark, it's flat 20%. So I've kind of like it because mostly I sell heavier items, which is shoes, 2 to 3 pounds in average. So I kind of like it because it plays on my side because, shipping to California, I don't have to worry. Shipping to Oregon, I don't have to worry. So I think eBay and Posh, as far as my experience, their fees are pretty much the same. Now, if you're selling clothing, it might hurt you a little bit more on the shipping inclusive side because on eBay, you can ship first class and stuff like that, but on Poshmark, it's a flat rate. So I think you can bring down your selling costs on eBay if you're selling lighter items, but lighter and more expensive items. Let me quote that. But if you're selling lighter items and more expensive items on Poshmark, I think that 20% might hurt a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree on that too. And Zonagals Thrifting says buyer always pay for shipping on Posh.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, and so it just seems like it's way easier when it comes to like the shipping part on
Mhm.
Poshmark that I think I wish eBay could have looked into. Now, one thing that I think it's a good and it's a bad, not everybody agrees with it, is the social marketplace that Poshmark has of
The sharing.
sharing stuff and stores and or items or whatever else. What do you think about the sharing part?
I think it's just for me. Honestly, my take on the sharing part. If you have a good product, I don't. If you have a good and wanted product, I don't think you have to share. I think it's searchable enough, right? For example, I want a good Nike running, like just like I want a Nike Air Max 2017. If
Yeah.
they put it up there and you have a good listing, I think they can find you easily. Because I've tried it. But if you are in a market where it's saturated and stuff like that, I think you'd have to do a lot of sharing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when you're trying to sell lower price items, people they take lesser time on thinking about it, right? It's a $20 T-shirt. It doesn't hurt the bank as much as when they're trying to buy a $200 shoe. So that's my take on that. So if you're in the lower end items, I think you have to share more. I think it plays a lot more factor just because of the competition. But if you're more in specialized items, I don't think sharing does really highly affect your sales. I want to answer too. Green Granny Resale said, "Video adjust your prices on Posh versus eBay." Um, uh, from what I've done is just because Poshmark has automatic, best offer and everything like that, I usually just raise my price $10 to $20 just to offset, if there's any negotiations going on, and also, I can do I can send private offers. Private offers are when you lower your price on a certain items, all the people that like that listing will get a private offer. So that's what I do. $10 to $20 difference.
And Adriana says, not forget the low ballers. The low ballers going to come no matter what on
Anywhere,
all
anywhere,
platforms. Yeah.
yeah, anywhere in life, there's gonna be low ballers.
In life.
You're working, you're working at a car dealership. You're working at even your employees are low balling you. You're worth $15 per hour, but they're trying to pay you 12. Everywhere in life, there will be low ballers, but remember, you have a decline button and you have a counter offer button. Doesn't when people gets too worried about low ballers, that means you're too focused on things that you're not in control of, right? That because low ballers will happen and low ballers will be there. But if you just don't mind them, you have a counter offer button and you have a decline button. Think about it when you get a low baller.
And Caroline says, in dating too, there's also low ballers.
Yes, some people will take you to McDonald's. Some people will take you to five-star restaurant. Some people will take you to a five-star hotel. Some people don't even bother a hotel. Okay, Dad.
And I think, you know what, also talking about dating wise, you also have to, like, when you really think about it, you kind of have to sell yourself. Like, What do you have to offer to somebody else in the dating world out there?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're trying to, hype yourself up. Hey, I'm trying to bring what $50,000 a year. All right, you're worth it. You're worth the pain. You're worth the headache. But if you're bringing 10 grand a month, lazy. I mean, 10 grand a year or something, and you're lazy, and you don't have any ambition, you deserve to get lowballed.
Oh
No,
man.
no, no! Don't talk about Steak and Shake. I bought this guy some Steak and Shake, so that wasn't lowballing.
That was free. Yeah, you have to sell yourself. Wait, what does this guy have to offer? Oh, he doesn't have a car? Oh, he doesn't have a job? All right, on to the next one. Yeah, you
Are
have
we
to
all lowballers? 100%. I think it's innate in everybody that really tries to get something worth more than they deserve.
Oh man, it's hilarious. We need to start when are we starting the dating
Yeah, we need to have
advice
like a
channel?
doctor, the Doctor Hacks and Doctor B, the
Dr. Hacks, Dr. B. Yeah, we
love
should.
podcast.
We can start young as like the first guest. He's single, he's a
Yeah,
little bit older, he needs some help.
and Carlos.
That's true. Carlos, Relentless Resale. He's
Yeah,
also single, so any of the ladies looking for
yeah.
uh
Relentless Resale. He's 26 years old. He can play ball. He can sell on eBay.
he still lives with mom.
Lives with mom, zero expenses and stuff like that. So get in line.
Caroline says Love Line. Yeah, we could do like
Uh,
a
yeah,
Love
and if
Line.
we have
There
a
you go.
college show,
Yeah, call in.
that would be a nice concept. All
Yeah, there
right,
we go. We'll work on that next.
we'll work on that, and then we'll offer some free consultation.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go back into Poshmark on. We're talking about lowballers and all that. And so, also, of course, to keep in mind, in 2016, Poshmark added men's and kids clothing. That's still very, very new. And if that's something you want to get into, jump on that now. I think Hustle be talking about this last time that it is still very new. So, if you want, this is probably the best time to do it when it comes to men's and children's clothing and trying to, get that built up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about. So we talked about Poshmark, OfferUp. At the very end, we're going to talk about what are some things that eBay can change to pretty much evolve and make sure they're competing with all this. Because right now, it's okay, cool. They're still making their money. Obviously, they're still ahead of the game. But as we've seen with I don't know, MySpace and Facebook, things can change very quickly when you're not, making these, key changes in there. So let's talk a little bit about Mercari. Buying and selling anything. Do you sell on Mercari?
No, I don't like Mercari just because I don't like their ads when they pop up on YouTube. I think I think their I think their app I think their ads are just underproduced.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop right there. Stop right there. You want to sell Mercari? Check this out.
And then they're all a really kind of messy apartment and everything like that. Oh man, I don't want to buy from those people.
They don't even have just got sheets on the floor, bed on the floor, and that's all random. So free listings, they only pay when they sell. Also a 10% fee on that, which I think that's also what people like about some of the other platforms is that they get free listings. They only pay for the fee when the things sell.
Yeah, see, they're just lowballers. They just want free stuff. I want free listing. I want free shipping. I don't want any lowball offers. No, come on. That's just the perfect life. Think about it. Free listing, free shipping, no lowballers. Sell whatever you want. Come on now.
Unless you want to invent that platform, we can work on that.
Let's do it. The free hacks app or something.
And of course, very mobile friendly. And that's the thing that eBay is still very behind on is mobile friendly things. So Etsy, we haven't really talked about, but Etsy, of course, have gone on to the print on demand things. You can integrate it with Printful. Of course, you're still selling handmade items. You can build your store and your following. Very clear interface. I really like Etsy, the way the details on the stats, views, impressions. This is kind of the stuff that like eBay's somewhat trying to get in there. Of course, I mean, if you have a store, you can go through this stuff, but it never really was like that. Etsy has always had that, and I really like that part of that platform. But if you're already selling Etsy, let me know in the chat. I don't know how many Etsyers we have, but I definitely think that's also a great alternative, of course, to make money on. And then StockX and Goat, which we've only mentioned them a little bit, but when you're buying sneakers, what helps with this is that people are tired about worrying about fakes. They're going to get ripped off, things like that. And eBay, which is one of the things I wanted to talk about, is just that they haven't really done anything when it comes to fake items. Like it seems like if I go on there, I can go and look at jerseys and shoes, especially like Yeezys and stuff. I mean, there's so many fakes on eBay. It's out of control. And they say that they're monitoring stuff. They're not monitoring this kind of stuff. You see them all the time.
Yeah, that's vice. That's what they're for.
And that's why I think StockX and Goat work when someone's really looking for sneakers. They don't have to worry about the fake stuff. So it's like they rather pay the more money for it if they're knowing they're going to be safe and not have to worry about that kind of stuff. Amazon, which we haven't talked about, of course, totally different beast. From print on demand, brand new items, ebooks, affiliate links, you can do whatever you want. They're trying to take over Walmart. They're not looking to take over eBay. eBay is like, and I don't even know why eBay is trying to compete and step up to the Amazon level when they can't even do simple stuff as like best offer with immediate payment. But yet you want to compete with Amazon? Like we can't even do that.
Like they're trying to do what they wanted to do. The category or like the UPC code or something like that. Everybody fall on one listing. That's not happening.
Oh man, they're way behind on that. That's not gonna happen. Let me see. So H-Rod, how should they improve on the fake stuff though? How would you guys do it to step it up?
I mean, I think they just need to have a little bit more. They just need to be tighter on at least screening their listing because, I mean, me and Glenn, we've only been here around for not long ago. We're not that we don't have a doctorate degree of authenticity and trying to spot fakes, but they're just listings there that you don't even have to zoom in and we know it's fake. So I think if they could just have a department that just filters that right off the bat, besides waiting for a complaint, just get rid of them. There are just things that are just too good to be true. There are people selling screenshots of an order confirmations. Like for me, that shouldn't be allowed, because a lot of times, who knows, order might get canceled, package might get lost, and that just means a bad experience for the buyer. So that could be the first thing they could do. Just look at the too good to be true listings and get rid of them. As soon as they get rid of that, and then they could go into more details as far as looking at photos, looking at stitchings and tags like that. And I don't think that's a really, really hard thing to do. But I guess if it's not one of their main priorities, that's something that they really don't want to act upon.
Yeah, you can even search by keywords if you wanted to. If you had like a full, set of people that can check for, authenticity and things like that, you could put in Off-White or Yeezy alone, and you're already going to find a bunch of listings you can already take down just by Off-White Vapor Max and someone selling them for $250.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's already too low, so something might be going on there. And it's funny because in the description they put something like may not be authentic or may say like
I'm not sure if they're legit. Kind of
so they're not sure if it's legit, and yet it's allowed to sell on the platform.
Yeah. Greedy Girl Boss said eBay has a new authenticity program. I think that I've heard about that, but
only purses so far. That's
purses so far, correct. And man, I think that's just another copycat of Goat. Like you send it in, they verify it for you and send it to the buyer. But I think they just need to really stay on their lane and just better the seller experience. because I'm not saying that eBay's bad. I mean, obviously that's my main platform, but if they could just polish it a little bit more and more, at least slow increments, rather than just trying to jump into an Amazon, one listing for everybody, and jump into another, try to do something. I mean, just the fact that they're trying to push people on an eBay forum. Like, what's an eBay forum? I haven't been in a forum for the last 10 years. So, so that alone is like, what's that for? Like, where did you get that? Whose idea was that? Rather than just get better on customer service, up your eBay business chat, a little bit better, and then cut down your waiting time on the phone services and stuff like that. I think I think they could be way better than just with just a small with small improvements on everything that they already have in place. I think eBay could could stay a little bit longer.
And Jesse says Posh has authenticity too for over $500 purchases.
Oh, that's awesome! I didn't know that.
What's up, Stephanie? Thank you again for advice. Appreciate it. Thanks for being in the chat. And so, okay, that's the thing. Fakes, fixing that issue. Issue number, actually, this probably should have been issue number 1, which was the best offer with no immediate payment. I mean, like, it's 2018.
Yeah.
And we can't even accept the best offer and have them pay right away. I mean, I don't understand what the whole game, like, why am I going back and forth trying to get a buyer to pay for stuff? And then there's no consequences either. It's like they could be zero feedback. They can open brand new accounts. They can just, send a best offer. They don't have to pay. Nothing happens. It's just like time's wasted here, but it's kind of like, come on now. Like, they haven't done or figured something out about that already. Should have been done like years ago.
Yeah, and everybody besides eBay has that feature already. So if they're gonna copy something, like, they could copy that, and I think that's very easy. And the fact that you can open a case on eBay and you can open a case on PayPal and you can open a dispute from your bank, I've never heard that happen on any other platform.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just salty on that part. Because a competition can eliminate you easily, because it takes 3 to 5 days before they open up a case on you, and then it takes another. So basically, they can pull your listing off for a week. So all I have to do, if Glenn has the same products as I can, I'll create another fake eBay account and just offer him something, and if he accepts it, he's out of the market, and then I just control the price.
Yep, exactly. And that's don't get the be all fired up in here. We'll change this chat real quick.
Yeah, because I'm gonna create a Facebook account, fake eBay, and offer stuff on all your stuff that you're selling. All your undercutters, I'm gonna offer you, and as soon as you accept it, I ain't gonna pay you.
We were already doing that. You can set up a whole team. Hearts Pickers, what's up? Lister Sisters, Glenn for president. Thanks, I appreciate that. Not Hustleby for president because he wasn't born here, so
I can't.
Sorry, Hustleby.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a president. I'll just be a president of the
snacks.
The snacks. President of snacks and money. Right?
H-Rod says best duo like Kobe and Shaq. Keep it real.
There we go.
Yeah, I can be Kobe and Hustleby can be a mini Shaq.
Yeah, I'll be Kevin Hart.
Let me see. Oh man, where are we? And I got lost. I changed. Yeah, now I have boxes. I'm trying to get. So my eBay store right now is like low because I just came back, and now I'm going through all my inventory to make sure everything is set, and that's why I have low boxes here, and I have like crappy listings right now. So I'm getting to it and trying to make things better. Let me see. What else?
Mr. Sadie said they should keep your item active until payment is made. That's a very good idea. If they're gonna do best offer and not require immediate payment, at least keep the listing active.
I like that.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's Mr. Sadie. You know what, Mr. Sadie? When we go to eBay Open, we're gonna let them know Mr. Sadie's gonna join your eBay crew and get things changing around here.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. No other platform does that.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
The next one is okay. We talked a little bit about this, but difficulty, I guess, for desktop, very desktop heavy right now. Not really mobile friendly like the other the other platforms have been. Things just take forever. I don't know if it's just for me, but it seems like when I try to do a mobile one, it takes forever for like photos to upload and for
Yeah, and
like
then you see it every day. There's different glitches and stuff like that. So I just take photos on mobile, upload it, and finish it on desktop. I think it's just faster and doing bulk editing and stuff like that on desktop. And also, I think if you're really trying to make this platform a business, I think it needs to be ran on a desktop. What do you think?
yeah, I do think that too.
Imagine trying to maintain 1,000 listings on mobile.
Well, that could be well, especially with the way it is right now. I mean, that will be a problem, but
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be fixed. Maybe a
That could
simpler
be.
interface.
Let me see. Emma said, "What's the max you guys spend on shoes when you're sourcing? Sky's the limit. I mean, the whole bank account until my credit card declines. I'll spend that money." But yeah, I mean, for us, I don't think we have a limit on what to spend because we've bought some sneakers for what $200, $300 and flip it for 600. You know,
Yeah.
there's 20 of them. Yes, we'll buy all of them. So as long as we can double our money, more than double our money, I'm in.
Caroline says I've never used desktop. So you've only done mobile for eBay? We need to get you on the show just to ask questions
Wow.
on
How
how.
do you print?
Okay, well she'll answer right now. How
Caroline,
do you
how do
print the
you print?
label?
Can you print through mobile? I guess there's a wireless printer interface for mobile. I guess if you have a what do you call that inkless printer.
And the next thing I guess we would probably throw in there is just like the whole, of course, free returns, buyer always is always right mentality that I know. I mean, I get it. We can work with it, but not everybody, of course, is not too thrilled when it comes to, especially like opening cases for dumb things or like buyer is clearly trying to rip you off. Um, these things happen, but buyer is always right mentality thing I think is what eBay's going through, and I think that really turned a lot of people off. Also, especially when they were already doing well on like Poshmark or something. So that's kind of like, all right, cool, go ahead and make that change, but I'm already selling stuff on here now.
Right. So yes, there you go. Bluetooth printer. Come on, fellas, 2018. Yeah, we're old school. We use desktop. I think my thing has a Bluetooth printer, but I don't think I can connect it. I haven't done it. I
I
mean,
have a wireless printer, but it just like it kind of sucks sometimes.
yeah.
Like it
I mean,
loses.
I use iPad for Seller Hub. Okay, so iPad is kind of like a desktop. It's bigger.
iPad desktop mode
Yeah.
almost.
So it's still desktop. The interface is still desktop.
And I think the biggest thing, outside of course, selling world, that I think Poshmark, what they're doing right, is really helping the seller part of it, right? As far as like
Yeah, for
promoting events, like having Poshmark, whatever, you show up, there's like, it's all fancy and stuff. And then you see them kind of doing like ads and helping influencers and things like that to help bring in other people to buy stuff and sell stuff. And then eBay, it's like maybe you'll see a commercial once in a while. That's pretty much it. Like I really don't see anything else as far as like eBay advertising, going, deep advertising online, on YouTube, talking to influencers, building that up. It just seems like they're just still on their very old school mindset way.
yeah.
No?
There we go. Got a super chat.
Oh, we got a super chat. This is competing with Wade. 50 $50 super chat from just another seller. So
Thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you.
So now, Glenn better buy me lunch.
With this money?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Maybe.
at least a Puyo Tropical.
All right. You can say this is lunch from Emma, just another seller.
Thank you.
Whatever the bee wants.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right. And this will be there for a while. So you can. What happens when you click on this? Oh, it just comes up. Just another seller, 50. So there we go. Yep, on fire. Where's Wade? So we can tell him that someone is beating him at the super chat. So he better step up his game.
Snack Bank. There we go. Green Granny resale said Snack Bank.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see, Mr. Sports LA. Just want to say thank you for all the advice you guys give. Been selling shoes for a month. Sales are amazing. Sourcing 5 days a week. It changed everything for me.
Oh, key. That's the key right there. Sourcing 5 days a week. Everybody, did you hear that? He's sourcing 5 days a week, and now he's been finding better stuff. That's where you can get consistency, and that's where you can get lucky. Like how everybody says, "Oh, the bee's just lucky. Glenn's just lucky." No, we go to the stores every day, even if it's just one or two stores every other day. The more often you go to your store, the more lucky you're gonna get. Since that's what our business model is from about lucky. They get lucky and they sell good shit.
Look at
Don't
this
get me
guy.
fired up
They're
here. Come
getting
on,
him fired up, man. Hustle's out of control.
probably my shirt, man. Just wearing red. No, we're wearing black today.
He's gonna rip that shirt like Hulk Hogan, just like.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's hilarious.
business ain't about luck.
Let me see. What was the other thing I was going to add in? I think those are the main. Well, those are the main 5 things. Anything else you want to add is like things that eBay could change or work on?
I honestly, I think we talked about it more. But here's the thing. Uh, eBay. All right. I think we're gonna shift the talk here to eBay is killing it globally.
That's also true. Yes.
They are the only platform that, I mean, I've traveled to a few different countries and have heard a lot of good stuff about eBay, and especially in different, in the car parts world, in the sneaker world, a lot of people have used eBay. And just based on my experience as a seller, 18% of my sales last year was eBay Global Shipping Program. So if you put that into perspective, times 0.18, $23,000 of my sales went to international last year.
Yeah.
So that's
Please.
something that eBay have a really big leg up on, especially with their global shipping program. And if you guys are listening, and if you're not, better get on global shipping program, on eBay's global shipping program. Get your metrics up. Do whatever you have to do to get to that, because with the whole thing, it's with the internet getting faster and the whole logistics are getting better. Everyone's someday will be able to buy everything around the world and globally. And eBay is a pioneer in that one, and they're showing everybody how to do it.
And that's one of the ones that OfferUp that they did mention when I was looking at this whole thing, that OfferUp isn't international yet. So right now it's just the US and figuring that out. I think there are even like 48 states. They're not even all 50 states for the US yet. But OfferUp is working on it. So they're not international yet. But the B, really good insight on that, because international sales, especially like the cleats and stuff, they do really, really good going over their global shipping program. Yes, get into that. So that's where eBay does have a big leg up on a lot of these other ones. Let me see where else. 90% of my New Balance goes to Japan. Do you recommend global shipping program? Yes, we talked about that. And anything else from those? That was like what, 5 or 6 things already.
Yeah.
eBay can work on. Try to get to like 10.
Oh
Any
man,
other?
that's too much. eBay's gonna block our listings.
Yeah, we don't. Okay, that's very true. We don't want to talk about it.
Let's start talking about good stuff now.
eBay's just amazing.
It changed my life.
Let me see. Can you explain the global shipping program a little more?
Okay, so here, this is how the global shipping program works. eBay takes care of the international shipment for you when it comes to customs and any customs declaration and taxes and import fees. So all you have to do is just like shipping to any other states within the U.S. So when somebody international, for example, if Glenn buys from me and he's international, I don't ship directly to Glenn. For example, let's say Glenn is from Africa. Mexico. Okay. So I don't ship straight to Mexico. What I do is I ship it to Kentucky, which is their international fulfillment center. So as soon as I ship it there, my hands are off the leash. I don't have to worry about import taxes or any other customs expense or any other shipping declaration form that I have to fill out. nothing I have to do. Then eBay sends it directly to Glenn. Now, when there's anything that ever happens, package get lost. As soon as your thing gets checked in Kentucky, uh, eBay will refund the buyer and the seller. Now, if it gets damaged, eBay's global shipping program takes care of that too. So it's just a lesser hassle of trying to communicate to a different country and trying to work with different or multiple uh, shipping carriers. So that's what global shipping program is.
And if you're kind of old school, before global shipping program, if someone bought it internationally, because I never really used to do it, because when I did do it, you would ship something off, and then I had like no clue if they even got it or not. Like it just disappears once it's in their country, and then I was left with like, oh man, I really hope they got that because I have no clue if they got it or not.
Exactly.
So now it's like, all right, we know exactly what's going on. eBay's taking care of it, so that's like a huge help. But yeah, those some rough times during that international shipping part.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What type of limitation do you put on your global, like countries you won't ship to?
Well, with global shipping program, eBay controls that.
Yeah.
eBay only has a certain amount of countries that they're comfortable shipping to. So I don't have to set any limitation. All my international sales go through eBay global shipping program. I don't have the international option on my end that I ship international. Uh, just because I am selling more higher and expensive items, I don't want that to be on my hand. I don't want any customs because each country has a different a limit of value. You know, a lot of people say just declare it as gift and undervalue it, right? Because you have to put that up yourself. So when that happens, just in case that gets lost, you're only gonna get refunded if you ever get refunded on the value you declared. So I don't want to go through that hassle. And trust me, I've sent so many stuff international just because of my previous business before, and it's not worth the hassle. But it's not like global shipping hasn't produced for me. You guys, going back to almost 20% of my sale was eBay global shipping program. So I'm cool with that. I'm not hurting too much. But unless eBay promises me that there's gonna be 50, there's gonna be what 10 to 20% boost of my sales, then I'm gonna open international. But as of now, for me, it's not worth the headache on dealing with that.
Eduardo says, have not had a return on GSP. How does that work?
Have I so when returns happen, so it's basically on GSP, so they can ship international. They actually it is actually shipped straight to you. So for example, I ship something to Glenn through GSP, eBay sends it to Glenn, and then Glenn doesn't like it or whatever. If it's a buyer's remorse situation, Glenn has to ship it back to me. Then Glenn has to pay a lot more money.
Yeah, which is more of a headache. So that's what also helps too, is that a lot of them don't want to
return it. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. And if you think about it, if you are an international buyer, you're not gonna risk maybe this will fit me, right?
Yeah.
When you're buying internationally, I've bought stuff internationally, and these are stuff that I know will fit me. It's either stuff that I had before, or this is stuff that I've fitted before or have had an experience with this product, and or they're just filthy rich that they don't care if they don't fit them if they get there.
Yeah, and I think, and that's why you'll get the questions like, "What's the UK size?" or, things like that. So of course, taking a photo of the inside tag will help you when you're talking about the shoes. Have that in there, and not just show the US size. Of course, you want to show the entire tag, and then they could relate to it and see if that's what size they need. I think Spyla says completely understandable, but just left a negative in broken English instead of contacting me. I got it removed, but don't feel it would have happened with the English speaking buyer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, very true too. I guess every buyer is different. I mean, I really don't know. Even if they did speak English, we've encountered that too. Or just some buyers. I mean, they're just an ass. So I mean, in that case, you can't really lose. I mean, you can't really win if they're not really going to work with you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's one transaction. We all have bad buyers or bad experiences, but like I said, I'm not gonna let $100 scam buyer, you know, not hinder me from making the $24,000 that I made through GSP last year.
Yeah, very true.
So much of an upside.
Just another seller says returns are bad because they open not as described, and then you have to pay shipping both ways plus the processing fee.
Yes, that's true. If they don't want to pay, all they have to do is item not as described.
Yeah, the item not described. That's like that's the thing that too is like, oh
That's
man, let's see what they
that's the
pick.
loophole. That's a loophole.
Yeah, that's a loophole out of it. Now, I don't think all buyers,
Are
well,
like
of course, not all buyers know that or like that, but if
yeah.
they're honest with it and then they're like, hey, well, it didn't fit, then that's
Yeah,
different.
I mean, if you think about it, in the last 2 months that I can remember on top of my head, I've had 0 person do that to me.
With the
So
item that is described.
yeah, nobody. They all paid their returns, and I refunded them with the restocking fee. So if you think about it, I'm not as big of a seller, but I sell 200 to 300 a month, and for your chances to be 0 out of 500 try to scam me, I think that's pretty good. PayPal, there's always a PayPal dispute case. I usually always have 3 or 4 going on at one time. That's 1% of my transaction in the last 2 months. I'll take that. I'll take that rather than uh, you know working somewhere else or doing something that I hate. So it boils down to, is it worth it? For me, it is.
And Jesse says, I've never had a GSP return. Caroline 2, 0 returns this year. Flipping cheddar in the house. Yeah, you can watch it, get back, watch the entire replay. Speaking of returns, I know I told you this like funny story how so I had these like Kobe 10s, you know, those team player ones. This one was like a weird orange colorway. And of course, my dumb mistake, I bought size 14 and a half. And
Not really a dumb mistake, or is that a natural occurrence for you?
look at this guy. He wants to get off this channel right now. So so I sold it, and then I was like, all right, cool. But then later on, oh, no, wait, I sold it. It just took a long time for it to sell, right? Took a long time. Finally, someone bought it, and then sent me a message later on. Hey, it didn't fit. And I was like, oh man, I hate these shoes. Like they've been sitting here for a while. I hate seeing them. They're huge and they're orange. And then the guy, I think he picked item not as described, even though he put on there that, yeah, it didn't fit him or whatever. I think shipping was going to be like an extra like 14, 16 bucks or something. But this shoe, and I sold it pretty much. I think I was making very low profit on this to get rid of them. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to refund this guy. And I just refunded him. And I was like, all right, it's done. I don't have to worry about this anymore. I'm just going to continue on. I'm done with the shoes. So a week later, the wife's like, hey, this came in for you. And I was like, what is this? And then I opened the box, and he shipped back the Kobe's.
And he paid for it?
And he paid for it.
He probably felt bad. Like, oh, poor guy. He probably needs this back in his inventory.
I was like, oh, man. I thought...
So whoever's listening out there that needs Kobe 14 and a half, hit up Glenn. He'll give you a good deal.
Yeah, there we go. Presley, $2.70. Thanks for entertaining me the last hour of work.
Ooh, that's awesome.
There. Yeah. Yeah, get rid of that last hour. And flipping cheddar, $1.99.
Woo!
The snacks.
Some breakfast burrito right there.
Yeah, so shout out to Jesse, Flipping Cheddar, and just another seller for all the super chat that coming in. And let me see. Anything else we need to cover?
Again, nothing more on this topic. Just remind them that we'll be in DC next month. Oh, next month? It's this month. Man, it's coming up too soon. We'll be there in what? In 2 weeks.
Yeah. We're in 2 weeks. Washington, D.C. Sign up. hustlerhacks.com/East Coast. And we're going to be there, ready to go, ready to hang out, and probably eat more food.
Eat donuts.
Yes, donuts. Any other questions? throw them in the chat right now before we end. We got a couple of minutes before the show ends. Any last questions, let us know. And yeah, I guess you can let us know in the chat. Should we do two things? Number one, should we do a show based on dating? Let us know. We can definitely do something like that. How long you been married?
Babe, how long we been married? It'll be 5 years.
Oh
I didn't
man.
want to say a wrong number. I'd just rather ask her.
This guy.
5 years.
Just a little bit over a year. So I'm still a rookie. I'm in my sophomore year.
Please no. Yes.
Please no. All right, that's number one. Or number two, would you want to see eBay open reseller basketball game mixture between both men and women? I was thinking, what if you do like 3 dudes on one team and then 2 women on the same team? So that's a total of 5.
Yeah, co-ed basketball team. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
That'd be kind of cool.
No, or even just a 3-on-3, tournament. Come on, man. We can't do 5-on-5. That's just a lot more running.
Do we gotta see what kind of resellers are in shape up in here?
Oh, no, everybody already knows I'm not. So I'll work the table. I'll keep track of the scores.
You'll just take tickets.
Yeah, I'll take tickets.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy the show. Here's popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn. Order the pizza and stuff like that. That's gonna be my department come that time.
Also, not only that, I think we might need like oxygen tanks, people signing waivers, like just to do this eBay basketball tournament.
Yeah, we need to contact paramedics ready on the side and stuff like that.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna be happening there. Yeah, we can try that eBay deadlift competition. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no,
just
real life Isaiah, just come to the basketball game. You'll be lifting some dead people once they ran out of gas.
Carrying them off the court.
Yeah, carrying them off the court. Okay, now casino hacks. No, that's private. That's private. You can't go there. I still have some of my winnings here, but yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, we'll look into that. We'll try to figure out how we can do that.
Make sure your will is filled out. I'm gonna have a will ready. Who gets the inventory?
For poor little Hustlebee getting him off the court.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're done. Anything else you want to say?
Nothing. I'm hungry.
Fastest lister competition.
Oh. That's a good competition.
Yeah, you can get your wife JC to join the competition, not you.
Yeah, not me.
All right, we'll see you guys. We're done. And sign up for DC. Shout out to Just Another Seller for the $50, and everybody else that joined us in the super chat. And we'll see you. What's tomorrow? Oh man, no edit Thursday. I need to film that. All right, see ya. Go out and get it.